El Dorado International Airport, Bogota, Colombia. This facility services 52,000 passengers a day on flights heading to nearly every major city on Earth. About half of the world's cocaine comes from Colombia. Much of it passes through here, carried in the bellies or baggage of cocaine mules. Drug couriers, often desperate and poor, who risk all for a few $1,000s to move product north.
The offer of $5,000 to $10,000 is a lot of money. You know, that's over a year's salary for some of these people for just making one flight.
According to the DEA, more coke mules are caught in El Dorado than any other airport on Earth. Their methods are ingenious and constantly evolving. Hunting the mules is DEA's Colombia-based airport interdiction team. Special Agents Liam and Jack. For their own safety, we cannot use their real names.
These guys absolutely fear us.
They know that DEA is present here.
Their goal, to not only stop the mules, but to turn them into snitches who can lead DEA to cartel bosses higher up on the chain. Liam and Jack's shift starts at El Dorado's airport police garrison. These men and women are an elite group. But since so many cops in Colombia are on a take, they're given sporadic polygraphs to ensure they're not working for the other side.
We're kicking off a surge operation here this week. It's a higher tempo, more police involved. There's more canines out this week. Try to get more captures, more seizures, and push more enforcement into the airport. This airport alone, El Dorado, has probably 80% of the enforcement activity of all the airports in Colombia. It's a huge fountain of intelligence that comes out of here daily. It's a gold mine of information.
Special Agent Liam's been here almost 5 years now. No DEA agent in the world knows El Dorado better than him.
Because it is a choke point, you'll see that such a heavy police presence here. This is the point where the bad guys, they're most vulnerable, right here.
Unlike Liam, Jack's been in Colombia for just over a year. Working here poses challenges unlike any he's ever faced.
The criminals that you're chasing are extremely sophisticated. They're always a step or two in front of us, so chasing them, it just makes the job so much more rewarding when you can catch them.
What's up, bro?
The action kicks in the minute they hit the airport. Colombian Major Freddy Delgado is in charge of the Colombian cops stationed at El Dorado.
Major Freddy Delgado is one of the best cops I've worked with. I see him just like a brother.
Intel suggests 1 or 2 mules may be boarding an international flight. For fear of alerting the mules, DEA and our primary camera team must remain hidden from view behind one-way security glass. The mules have lookouts and informants all over El Dorado. One warning call and they'll simply vanish back onto the street. Minutes later, a Colombian man boarding an overseas flight is pulled out of the line. Like all suspects, he's sent to El Dorado's full-body scan facility.
It's basically an X-ray machine, and it X-rays internal organs to see if a person is swallowing capsules of heroin or cocaine.
If there are cocaine pellets in his body, this state-of-the-art system, paid for by American tax dollars, will find them.
See? So he's swallowed cocaine. As you can see on the image here, it's a perfect circular form right here. When we have a swallower, I always assume 100 of these little pellets are in his stomach, and each pellet has 10 grams, adding up to a kilo. A lot of times I wrap these pellets in latex gloves or condoms, so you actually smell some latex on their breath. A lot of swallowers look pale, they look exhausted, kind of dark circles under the eyes, sometimes white lips because they're dehydrated. ¿Cómo se llama usted? Si necesitas algo, me avisas. Es que te van a llevar a un hospital y usted va a tener que expulsar.
Ya, normal.
Okay. Te vi sudando. ¿Eso es por miedo o por malestar? ¿Por sentir mal del estómago?
Por todo.
¿Un poco de todo? Whoever is the owner of the drugs that's inside of him has told him not to eat anything because it could aggravate the pellets that are inside and cause one of them to explode, which would cause him a massive heart attack.
At any minute, this man could die of an overdose. But what he fears most is retaliation by the drug traffickers who sent him.
Pues que debo yo pues, un dinero y bueno, y como tenía que pagar, al final pues me amenazaron que si no hacía esto le pasaba a mi hijo algo. Y ahora si van a casa de mi mujer y le pegan un tiro a mi niño. ¿Ahora qué hago yo? ¿Me pego yo otro?
Like all swallowers, he's taken to a hospital where he'll spend the next 20 hours under guard, expunging the pellets from his body. After that, 2 to 3 years in a Colombian prison await. The international fight has yielded just one mule, but Colombians aren't the only ones smuggling coke north. Mules come in every nationality. And this week, Liam and Jack are on the trail of some fellow Americans. They're tracking a smuggling ring of U.S. military servicemen who've been moving coke from Bogota to towns near their old military bases in Italy.
As a former person that was in the Army, this one definitely got my attention.
We wanted to show our Colombian counterparts that we were going to go after Americans who violate their law just as hard as we go after the Colombians.
To continue trying to traffic cocaine, especially takes advantage of their, official passport. I think that's outrageous. What kind of morality do you have?
The next morning, the DEA team arrives at their headquarters in the U.S. Embassy in Bogota. There, in a secure room, wiretaps indicate movement by the American drug smuggling ring. Above all, they're focusing on the ringleader, a retired U.S. sailor based in Colombia named Wally.
He is definitely higher level. I think he believes he's above carrying drugs. He's called himself a cocaine cowboy over the phone intercepts.
The wiretaps reveal that Wally's about to send out his next American mule. A guy they only know as Sam.
We've got a phone intercept on our main target, and he calls someone and talks a little bit of Spanish, and then says, "Let me talk to Sam." So he puts him on the phone, and you'd tell Sam's a little nervous, and our main targets tell him to relax.
So you think this Sam has been brought down to be a mule?
We'll see. but we can look up who we have as Sam.
Intel leads them to Sam's Facebook page and confirms a critical fact. Sam is already in Colombia and likely preparing to serve as the ring's next mule north.
Here you see it says, it shows he's living in Cali, Colombia. So that's what you'd call a clue, I think.
Let's just pull a passenger manifest on that flight, and then we'll go through see if anybody named Sam's on there. And...
If there's a Sam on it, that's a home run. We'll take a look.
All right, sounds good.
Later that night, Liam and Jack's surge at El Dorado Airport continues.
This is going to be the baggage inspection area. Here's where they do the canine inspections. Also, the X-ray machines are located down here.
Baggage inspection is notorious for bad cops and luggage handlers on the take.
They'll move bags from the national terminal in tractors full of cocaine or heroin. They'll move them over to this side and try and slide them into this sterile area here. So as you see, there's a little perimeter here. They keep an eye out to make sure that no one's trying to introduce an outside bag.
Adding to the challenge, mules almost always travel in teams of 2.
A lot of times the passenger drug courier mule is going to be in a boarding room right here. And up here is going to be their controller. Up here watching. They watch the bags that are down here. Once they see a strange movement, they'll report it to the passenger. The passenger will bail out of the airport and disappear.
Minutes later, a drug-sniffing dog hits on a suspicious black suitcase.
They want to quietly move that bag to the side because they don't want any communication from the back to maybe a passenger that's got connections to the airport. So they're going to wait until that passenger comes up into the boarding area. They're going to quietly contact that passenger and take them for an inspection.
The bag's owner is a Colombian, and he's not traveling alone. His 3-year-old daughter is with him.
Tras hacemos el procedimiento, no hay ningún problema.
So where's his luggage?
They're bringing it up the ramp. We're going to go with him. He's going to open it. So he's going to open it in front of the police.
A female Colombian cop takes the girl from the room as her dad is sent to the body scanner.
Caballero, permítame, por favor. Buenas noches. Buenas noches. Soy el patrullero Luis Solís de la Policía Nacional. Vamos a hacer un control de rutina. Consiste en pasar por una mano.
You'll see them travel with their children. We call it cover load whenever you're trying to disguise what you have. She's a 3-year-old, so if his luggage does show up positive, that little girl is going to be delivered to like a protective services or an orphanage here in Bogota until some family member can come in and take possession of her.
The X-ray shows that no cocaine is hidden in the Colombian's body. Next, they'll check his bags.
Here we go.
The suspect, his daughter, and luggage are taken to a quiet hallway to be searched.
He's freaking out. He's freaking out a little bit. It's kind of a sign. He might not have anything, he might just be nervous, but no. Put it to the side. That could be it. He's starting to break out into sweat. He knows he's got it.
It takes police just 2 minutes to find the first hidden compartment built into the bottom of the bag.
There you got a positive for cocaine. You know he's going to start on to the secondary stuff. I bet most of these are going to have a good amount of cocaine in them. This is going to be an aftermarket panel that's been placed in that bag. More white powder coming out. Positive for cocaine. That's a substantial amount of cocaine there.
Aproximadamente entre 10 a 15 kilos es el promedio que lleva de cocaína. Hacer la captura al señor y con la policía de infancia y adolescencia le vamos a entregar a la menor de edad. Amigo, lo vas a alzar a la niña, no vayas a nada con la niña, ¿listo? Para que llore un poquito la niña. Si no, ¿cómo lo haces? Por toda la mitad de la sala que salga. Para que la gente...
Porque tengo a mis 2 hijos allá en España con mi mujer y les han pedido el piso donde viven. Tienen solamente para desocupar hasta el miércoles. Yo no tenía para irme y justamente esta iba a ser como el remedio a ese momento tan malo. Yo caí, me dijeron porque que todo está cuadrado y caí. Lo vi como tan fácil. Pero que no me preocupara que ya habían pagado la policía y todo para poder subirlo. Y me trajeron hasta el aeropuerto. Porque no quiero que a mi hija le pase nada. Que los niños no paguen los errores de los padres, que es muy triste.
Mensualmente vemos unos casos muy tristes, pero eso es lo que trata, es lo que la gente no entiende.
Sí, porque como todo el tiempo la pasas conmigo para todos lados. Entonces por eso es que ella llora cuando no me tira al lado.
She was just spent. She had been crying, vomiting, and when they took her away, she was calm. But I just think all the emotion that you could get out of her had come out of her, and she was not capable of anything else, you know? It's one of those things when you go home and you walk into your child's bedroom and you want to make sure they're safe because you want to take care of yours, you know?
2 days later, DEA Special Agents Liam and Jack head back to El Dorado Airport in Bogota for the board a flight for the city of Cali, Colombia. There, they'll lay in wait for an American coke mule who could lead them to bosses further up the chain.
You know, we hit the mules because they're easy, they're the low-hanging fruit, but the low-hanging fruit is only the next step that you work your way up to get the really big fish. The object of any DEA investigation is to go as high up the food chain as you can, all the way to the guy who calls all the shots, who is financing the organizations, the guy who's living the fattest. That's the guy you want to go after.
One of my bosses has this great saying that he tells all of us when we first get here. You're in elephant country. We expect you to hunt elephants.
The elephant and ringleader in today's case is a retired U.S. Navy sailor named Wally. From phone intercepts, they know Wally is about to send out his next drug mule, another American named Sam.
From what we understand, he's going to carry a hiker's backpack. That's the method this organization uses. We believe he's going to try to carry maybe 2+ kilos from Cali to Madrid. This organization could easily make $100,000 off this one drug courier's trip. So they're looking to make a substantial amount of money, and we're looking to bust them.
By late afternoon, Liam and Jack are staked out at Cali Airport. Intel indicates that Sam, the American coke mule, is about to purchase a ticket for a flight later tonight.
They could always back out. If they get a feeling something's wrong, he won't show up. But the reservation's in. So that's a good time. According to the intelligence we have, there's going to be 2 mules, one which we've identified, the other we haven't, and a lookout, which we haven't identified also. The purpose of the lookout is to go first and make sure there's not going to be any problem. If the lookout sees increased presence, overly aggressive activity by the police at the check-in, then he's going to call the mules, and the mules would back out.
The idea is everybody that is coming in checks in on the flight. They're basically going to be trapped inside this international terminal. And then we're going to start digging for that other drug courier that supposedly has liquid cocaine and whiskey bottles.
Liquefied cocaine is a fairly new trick of the coke smuggling trade and terribly difficult to detect.
We've been seeing liquid cocaine on a daily basis for about the past year and a half.
We've seen a lot of it because it's easy to conceal.
Yeah, we're always impressed by the methods they use.
It's him.
That's our passenger. Another one of these people's likely to be a mule. We just don't know who it is yet. Eduardo. ¿Ya llegó o no?
The outside surveillance is reporting that
Okay.
he spotted the mule.
He's here. The American drug courier's checking in right now at the counter. He'll be getting his boarding pass, and then he'll be making his way here to the filter.
This guy looks familiar.
Really?
The one-way glass gives Liam and Jack front row seats to the main security checkpoint. A minute later, the American drug mule appears.
There he is. He's waiting, got his arms crossed. That's him.
The DEA has been tracking this American coke mule for more than a week now. Their patience is about to pay off.
I believe this is a first trip for him, and he speaks zero Spanish. They're gonna x-ray him and let him continue.
He doesn't have a clue what they're telling him. Just go there.
He looks freaked out, but it might just be because he doesn't speak Spanish. When the police were doing a pat search of him, he just looked completely disoriented. Hopefully we'll have a second positive with some other passenger with the liquid cocaine. That's what we're really hoping to get two arrests here instead of just one.
I was hoping he'd have the backpack with him, though. Where's the backpack?
He checked 2 Alpine backpacks.
Is he stupid enough to carry both things?
Maybe
So
the backpacks and the liquor inside.
So maybe we don't have 2 mules.
Maybe we just have one mule with a lot.
Okay. Oh, they said, it got cheap. Didn't want to pay 2 mules.
Yeah, let me just load this mule up.
This guy says, "Hey, I'll get paid double.
Yeah.
I'll take more money."
The American mule successfully passes through X-ray screening.
It's coming out.
Yeah.
Good to go.
Strolling on down. I'm good to go. Pull my pants up.
Se chequeó y pasó el filtro de antinarcóticos. Lo tomaron rayos X. I mean, these moments might only happen for us, once every 6 months, maybe a year. Yeah. This is kind of a rare moment.
It doesn't happen every day, not like on TV.
Take it to the next level, baby. We're going. We're moving up. Okay, yeah. Let's go. They're getting ready to search the American. They don't have another case yet, but they're getting ready to search the American.
The American has been pulled from the plane along with his bags.
Permiso, policía. Van a entrar. We thought it was going to be that this cocaine was going to be liquid, and we thought it was going to be in whiskey bottles, inserted into whiskey bottles and smuggled.
Inside the backpacks, Colombian cops find no liquor bottles or liquid cocaine.
Cleaned it out?
Maybe.
Brand new bag, brand new gear, brand new rope. Yeah, this guy doesn't look like a mountain climber to me, so I immediately looked at the rope and go, there's something with the rope.
What if that rope could be impregnated?
It very well could be. Sergeant Rico from the Colombian National Police picked it up, and he immediately was like, this is too heavy. He started manipulating it, and it just didn't feel like a rappel rope. I felt it. It felt like almost like a sleeve over a hose almost.
Sticks it with a knife, and the liquid begins oozing out.
Gotta have liquid cocaine.
Yeah, that's a hit.
This whole rope has got cocaine in it.
It's holding about 11 pounds. Street value, nearly $250,000.
So obviously you're not going to make your flight to Madrid.
Do you have any idea what's going on?
I had no idea. I just thought that was a rope.
You didn't know?
I did not know.
Where'd you get the rope from?
I didn't get this. Somebody gave me this bag.
Hold that. Walk with us. We had a method identified for him carrying something, and he switched up the method. I had never seen this before, so it was ingenious. And what great police work down there in the terminal finding that.
Now, Liam and Jack will work to flip Sam and find out who's funding the ring back in the U.S.
What can you tell us about this rope in this bag?
Can't tell you nothing.
Is this your bag?
No, it's not.
Can you tell me why you're taking a bag that isn't yours?
I was just bringing it somebody.
Who?
I don't know their name.
Did you come to the airport by yourself tonight?
I got dropped off.
By who?
The dude. Well, I don't know the guy who gave me a ride.
Can I stop you right there?
Mm-hmm.
You are absolutely not telling us the truth. The people who are sending it out convince him there's no way he's going to get caught, so they didn't bother to come up with any kind of story. You're an American citizen in a foreign country talking to U.S. law enforcement agents. Stop. If you want help, you need to start over. And you need to start telling the truth.
I swear, I don't know.
No, don't start.
Let's try and do this. Let's do this again, because this is not the truth.
Okay.
Let's do this again. Let's start again.
You don't want to believe it?
No, of course we don't believe it.
We don't believe it, because it's not.
I'll tap you on the arm when you say something I believe, okay?
I'm trying to help you out as much as I can.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
If I knew his name, I would I swear to you, I don't know the guy's name.
We got to call a lie, and
This next few minutes is the most crucial minutes of your life.
My suggestion is you tell us the truth right now, and then when you walk out of here, after you tell us every little detail, you say you didn't tell us anything. You understand?
Okay.
It just shows how beholden he is to this organization. He's not going to say anything. We just played it out just to see what he would say, and he dug himself a nice big hole to jump in.
I mean, I really didn't even know. I don't know anything about that bag. Somebody gave it to me, and I was just traveling with it like a dummy.
I don't believe you, and my partner doesn't. I think we're done.
Yeah, I think we're done. That's the worst, absolutely the worst interview anyone has ever given. I've never seen anyone be so evasive.
Yeah, we're thinking 4 to 5, maybe 6 kilos of cocaine in the rope.
That's,
$250, $250,000 for his little climbing rope.
At least, yeah.
If you just look at that on the surface, it's not a big deal. But it just makes, it's part of this larger organization, part of this larger conspiracy. He's looking at upwards of 8 to 10 years.
If we charge him in the United States, though, he'll get a lot more because he'll be charged under conspiracy law for us on an existing case. And unfortunately, he gets wrapped up in the crimes of all his other fellow conspirators, even if he didn't really know what was going on.
The American Mule hasn't flipped, but they've gotten something nearly as good: his cell phone. It yields a printout of all the numbers he's called. Numbers DEA will tap for leads to roll up the entire organization. Days later, DEA intercepts a call from one of the numbers found on the American Mule's cell phone.
De Cali a Miami. ¿Pueden entrar y jugar con las sillas o las reservas? I just spoke to my analyst. There's an intercepted phone call from the American target to the head of the Colombian organization. And he told him that he's flying tomorrow at 10:15 in the morning. So very good news.
Wally is coming out of hiding and will soon board a plane for Miami.
Try to move that way with the unit.
DEA makes a plan to bust him, his Colombian supplier, and all his associates in one fell swoop. Special Agent Carl will lead one of the Colombian strike teams.
They're locating a bunch of targets. They're going to be arrested in Cali, Tuluá, and Buenaventura. And that's going to be simultaneous captures with one of our targets getting on a flight to Miami.
The bust must be simultaneous, so no one has the chance to escape. Jack and Liam will board Wally's flight to Miami. Special Agent Carl will set out with a commando team in Cali to take down the Colombian supplier.
I think you're going to be on our main Colombian target with the Colombian National Police.
Okay. So we'll just coordinate with the cops there, and I'll just give you any updates.
Once Wally is aboard the Miami flight, he'll be trapped with his cell phone off, unable to warn the other members of his smuggling ring.
When he takes that flight, that's going to trigger about 5 arrests.
It's time to take everybody down.
That organization's going to be completely dismantled. There's not going to be anything left.
By early morning, Liam, Jack, and an NCIS agent named Barry are staked out behind the one-way glass in Cali airport, awaiting Wally's arrival.
Unbeknownst to him, we'll be there watching him, but I'm so glad, I'm so happy. I'm just like, we made a lot of plans. A lot of people are in the field. We gambled, I mean, we rolled the dice, and we rolled 7s this time, you know. These service members, they thought they could take advantage of the system and traffic cocaine with impunity. They thought there was no law that could touch them. They thought they were untouchable.
Yeah, it was something deep down made them want to be a gangster.
You're either good guy or the bad guy.
Bad.
You don't put on the white and the hat and then put the black hat on. You know, you got to be good or you're going to be bad. Yeah, here he is.
Yep.
1 hour later, the ringleader Wally finally shows up. Unaware a DEA team is watching him from behind the glass.
Yeah.
He's a big boy. He's gonna bring bad on you, Barry.
He's remarkably calm, given that his own drug mule, Sam, was busted here just a week ago with a rope full of liquid cocaine.
I mean, that freaked me out. Going through a place where my buddy got hit.
He thinks it's funny, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going.
With Wally's arrival, Carl and the Cali strike team get word to move into position.
Yo, what's up? You have the guy in pocket or no? You still looking?
He just passed the inspection, man, so he's gonna be on the plane and I'm gonna be right next to him.
Okay, perfect. All right, good. At least he's there.
All right, stay a little bit.
All right, later.
It's good to go. Yeah.
Said that Wally just cleared security.
Barry, Jack, and Liam will all board Wally's flight, posing as regular passengers.
I'm ready, man. It's gonna be a long flight.
"15 miles from Cali Airport, DEA Special Agent Carl and the Colombian Junglas commando team suit up in one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in town.
We've had surveillance on the location to know quite a bit about it, but you can't know everything about a location until you enter it. So you just go there with as many people as you have available just to keep everybody safe. Just recently, they got into a shootout with the subject they were attempting to arrest. So they're a little on guard. Obviously, safety is in mind when you do a raid on a house, but I mean, more so just because of the events that just happened with the Junglas recently.
We've arranged with the airline representative, and they've got our target sitting in the rear seat against the window. They've arranged, I think, for you to sit next to him. If you can maybe engage him in a little bit of casual conversation.
No problem.
See what we can get.
Just sent me a text from the plane, and Wally is on board, and the doors are closed, so there's no getting off for him. So we just got to finish coordinating with the Junglas and get out to our location.
As planned, Wally is assigned a seat next to Barry and right across the aisle from Liam.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. If you haven't already...
With Wally in place and the plane doors shut, Liam gives Carl the green light to move on the supplier's house.
What's up, brother?
Hey, man, we're good to... Yeah, we're good. We're good to go. You guys can move.
Good, all right. We're just finishing tacking up here, and we'll get out to the location.
All right, man. Good luck.
All right, bro. Later.
Oh, talk to you. Bye.
But just as Liam hangs up on Carl, Wally is unexpectedly moved from his seat by a flight attendant.
The flight attendants just changed the seat. Go. Vaya. The flight attendants just allowed the target to move up a few seats, so he's still on the plane and can't get off, but...
If you haven't already done so...
He moved about 10 rows in front of us, and that changed up our arrest plan.
Our flight attendants are here to help. Please alert them if there is anything we can do to make your flight more comfortable. Sit back and enjoy the flight.
The whole neighborhood's about to hear what's happening. I think that's our guy out front holding the baby.
No, señor, usted tiene que firmarlo. No, señor, usted no tiene nada seguro. No lo firme. No lo firme.
Derecho a comunicar con un defensor.
We rolled up, and the target was already out on the street. He was holding a child, so we're just go through this process. Everybody else just covers their area, make sure there's no other threats or anything.
No firme, señor, no firme. Usted firma algo, usted no está llorando, y pues hágalo, por favor.
What we're concerned about is whether a guy's gonna break bad on us. And that means he's gonna fight. He's gonna wanna fight.
We landed, sat right next to the target. My heart rate was up because you got to be ready, you know, if the guy's going to do a fight or flight or something.
Wally, I'm a DEA special agent. I got an arrest warrant for you, so I need you to stay seated. Okay?
Told him who I was and that he needed to stay put.
We was looking at, make sure he was safe up front. We looking at him because we his backup when he's that close.
Instead of running or fighting, Wally's reaction is complete surrender.
It all worked out in the end. I was able to get up to the seat next to him and get there where we can affect the rest without any problems. I was kind of calm and said, hey, get people off the plane and go through the plan like we decided, and we got them off.
Took them outside, and it was real smooth.
Back on the streets of Cali, Carl's team cuffs the Colombian supplier without incident.
Turned my phone on, and the first message I got on my phone was from Cali telling me that out of the 5 arrest warrants, they had arrested the 5 people, so good news.
Obviously, the operation was successful and everybody did it safely, so.
No one got hurt. It's very good, yeah. This is always
over.
Yeah, always the outcome you want.
Across Colombia, the entire drug ring has been taken down without a single shot fired.
Looks like everybody will be arrested today.
Up on this case, and thanks also to the guys here in the airport. If Colombia could rid themselves of the drug trade, everything else falls in line behind that. Kidnappings go away. You know, all the suffering of these families go through would all stop. Will it ever go away? I don't know, but we give it our best shot.
It's just the criminal aspect of the human person, to make a living, to make a buck. This is not a war that we can win, but it's a war we can make a tremendous impact on. And we are, trust me,